This trip takes us to Ratchaburi, a province full of colors, natures, art, and history all packed in one place. The roads unfold beneath our two wheels like a scene from a film. The first place that grabs our eyes is Uphasawan, the watery rapids in the limestone cliff Thao Hong Thai, 100-year-old jar factories that has turned itself into a playground of praise and imaginations. Khao Ngu's stone port, once a quarries and ancient sites, now a landscape of straight cliffs, hanging bridges, and still water that catching every reflections. For this ride, we pushed the bike about 120 kilometers out of the cities to see how many sides of this province we can meet in a single day. Ratchaburi, sit in central of Thailand not far from Bangkok. Mountains, rice fields, rivers, and small towns share the same horizons, and old stories from the Warode period still echoes in temples and ruins. But it's the key to let us move from the valleys to factory yards to riversides and see Ratchaburi at our own pace. Uphasawan lies in the valley in Pakhtor district. From the parking lots, a long stone staircase climbs straight into the hillsides. No one agrees exact numbers of the step. But after a while, you stop counting and just listen to your breathings. Buddha's image sits near stupas. Ganeshas and Guanyin stand not far from Christian sites, and all the spiritual symbols you don't usually see is sharing the same platform. Turnarounds and wheels run 360 degrees across the rice fields, distant hills. Uphasawan began with a group of devotees and spiritual leaders who want to create a place where different beliefs could share the same space. The idea saw both admiration and suspicion. Some visitors saw it as symbols of openness. Others wondered if it was really about harmonies or about building as personal powers through faith. For a time, Uphasawan appeared on national news. There were accusations of orthodox practice, official investigation into monies and lands, and the periods where a part of the sites were ordered to close. Standing there now, you are not only look at the sceneries, but at the stories where belief, politics, and community trust have all pushed against one another. Building age, paint flakes, concrete cracks. Yet visitors still climb the step to see what is floating heaven means to them. Back in town, Thao Hong Thai showed different sides of Ratchaburis. More than a century ago, a Chinese family started a pottery workshop here. Using a local craze was perfect for firings, practical pieces that qualities carries good luck symbols into everyday courtyard. In the years before tap water reached most homes, jars like this were essentials. A yard full of soldiers meant your household was ready for the dry seasons. For decades, road around Ratchaburis were lined with stacks of jars waiting to load it onto trucks and image of the jar cities stock. The one that I really like it is like the vessel with the white and blue colors with the patterns of dragon there.
Fact of this is a Chinese migrant came here.
The owners, right?
Yeah, the owner.
The first generation. Yeah,
And
3
he
generations.
found
When the tap water and plastic tanks sprayed, demands of the water jars dropped quickly. Queues in many factories were closed. Yards that were once crowded with crates and files filled silence. And Thao Hong Thai has to decide whether to fade away or try something new. Instead of closing, the factories opened its doors to others. The same clays and traditional queues were used to create the sculptures. Some pieces kept the classic dragon jar shape, only were cut, curved, and painted, until they feel like more than contemporary arts than containers. Walking to Thao Hong Thai now feels like entering into a small village of clay. Like an old habits and new ideas talking quietly to each other. Visitors can try the views, feel the weight of the wet clays, and understand how much patience it takes to bring one piece to life. In the end, Khao Hong Thai is still jar factories, but it is also the art space and living museum that show how a craft can be adapted instead of disappearing. By midday, the sun is high and roads feel heavier. We duck into the side of the street to find Uikham, the small northern Thailand restaurant tucked inside Ratchaburi town. From the outside, it looks simple, but inside, wooden furniture and Lana-style touch make it feel like someone house in Chiang Mai. Khao Soi is the stars of the tables. The curry broth is rich and fragrant, coating the noodles without feeling too heavy. Plate upside oars, Nam Prik Nums, and Hang Lace curries move across all the tables, carry a sense of modern through the central Thai afternoons. It is a short stop, but it shifts the mood of the days. For half an hour, we just ride passing through Ratchaburis. We are guests at the northern table that just happen to be down in this town. Our next ride takes us to Khao Mu Stone Park, a place where the rocks, waters, and history share the same state. In the past, these areas was major limestone quarries. Cliffs were blast, stone were cut and crushed, and lands echo with work. When quarries stopped, the scars remains, sheer rock surface, exploded layers in the hillsides. The area was slowly retreating into public park. Today, a hanging bridge leads you across a still lake with the cliffs rising on all sides. In the waters, reflections of the rock and sky waving with every breeze.
Some damage here.
Actually, it's my motorcycle.
Yes.
When we stopped at the first place,
The Heaven Valley.
the Heaven Valley, and when we gone up, and when I come back to the motorcycle, there's some damage over here.
Yes.
See?
Let me take a look. Oh, it's,
Yeah, the monkey is like biting the seat or like scratching on the seat. Monkey move along the railings and the rock like their own dams. Families feed fish, friends pause for photos, and some visitors simply sit and watch the scenes in the front of them. It feels like an outdoor museum where gory histories and everyday life overlap. Carved out the parts holding a carved Buddha image from another eras, when people use it as space for meditation and religious practice.
Be a beach?
yes.
What's that?
Rat.
Be a cunt.
Okay.
If you ride a little bit further beyond the main park, landscape shifts again. A massive rock suddenly fills the fields of whales, local called Puparet or rhino cliffs. From a distance, it looks like a giant animal has frozen my charge, and its bunk turned into stone, standing guard over the valleys. A vertical slab of stone catching the late afternoon light. It feels rock and industrial on one side, but strangely majestic on others, like a reminder that the same rock once powered construction sites and now just stand there quiet and unmoving while people ride past on weekend trips. Later in the afternoons, on the way back towards home, the small-sized flash past watches me and market. There is a big pole trees and wooden arch by the road. The kind of entrance make you feel something is hiding just behind. We slow down and turn in. Inside, the scales of the dray strings and the grand wheels and all tall cliffs give away to small commodities market beside the Mekong rivers. The name Jessamines, or Seven Clerks, comes from story about 7 government clerks who settled here long ago. The decision then turns into the name of the village, then sub-districts, and finally the temples.
The sound, the smell, and also the visual. It's looking like that's how local live.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see the atmosphere. There's crowded people, and the food here is pretty cheap. I sit on the riverbank for a while with helmets next to me, watching the rivers and listening. There's nothing dramatic happening, just wind, food smell, the chatters of locals, the sounds of kids running around. It is small, quiet kind of happiness that you can never really plan for.